not knowing what to do. Arjuna did not want to fight the battle. Arjuna said, I'll become a sannyasi. I don't want to fight. Why? Because all these, my family members are there. Drona is there, my teacher is there, my grandfather is there, Bhishma. So many people are there. I don't want to kill them. They have done so much bad for Arjuna. As a Kshatriya, like a policeman says, I won't arrest the thief. Is it good or bad? Bad. A policeman must arrest the thief, correct? Vidya. So a policeman must arrest the thief, is it not? But Arjuna didn't want to kill the Kshatriyas. Kill the Kauravas. So in this way, Arjuna was very bewildered. And he's manufacturing so many reasons in the first chapter. We are all more emotional people than intellectual people. When we like something, we will carve out reasons to rationalize it. So Arjuna didn't want to kill his relatives. So he started getting spiritual reasons. So many times we are distributing Bhagavad Gita in the mall. They don't want to get the Gita. What they will say? If we get Bhagavad Gita, there will be quarrel in the house. So I will not get Bhagavad Gita. If I get Bhagavad Gita, today I am eating meat. So I will not get Bhagavad Gita. Right? Today I am going to the party. So I will not get Bhagavad Gita. So many reasons. There was even one nice YouTube video one devotee made from Delhi. What are all the different reasons people give for not taking the Gita? It might appear very spiritual and innocent. I'll keep the Bhagavad Gita in different places. So I don't want to insult the Gita, I won't take. Right? In this way, some of them might appear genuine, but actually, these are all apparent spiritual reasons. It appears spiritual, it appears very genuine and pious, but it's actually a way that we are finding ourselves to escape reality. Similarly, Arjuna also said, I don't want all this kingdom. Kim no rajyena govinda. What is the purpose of this rajyam, bhogyam? I don't want all this sukham. I don't want to do this papam for killing all this. I don't want this. Right? Grapes are sour. Right? So I don't want these grapes. So he gave many spiritual reasons. Reason after reason after reason. The first chapter is full of reasons Arjuna is giving. I don't want to fight the battle. I want to become a sannyasi. Many people have this conception. And one person told me, don't mistake me. I don't want to take the Gita today. I'm afraid I will change too much if I get the Gita. Right? So I'm being very frank to you because I attended 2 sessions and after 2 sessions, I felt like changing a lot and I started becoming very afraid. So I stopped going. So I gave him a Sapta Rishi Shaka. I don't want to take. Give me one small book because you're asking me, I'll take. I am from Naidu family. We are all devotees of Vishnu only. Right? Right? So because you're asking me, I cannot not take it. Right? But I'm telling you very frankly. So similarly, many people think, I told them, to take to spiritual life means to give up everything. Many people think like that. Right? So Arjuna also thought to follow spiritual life means, he thought, I'm being very spiritual, you see. I don't want to kill all of them. Right? I don't want to do my duty as a Kshatriya. So I'm being very spiritual. So he said, I don't want to fight any of them. He gave a lot of spiritual reasons. He said the women will not be protected. The husband will die. If the husband dies, the wife will not be protected. If the wife are not protected, someone will abduct this wife, this girl, and then there will be bad children born. And he's giving so many reasons, Arjuna. And sometimes he's thinking like that. And sometimes another part of Arjuna thinks, maybe I should fight. This is what I've been preparing all the time for. The whole Vanavas, everything was to prepare for this war. I pray to Lord Shiva to get the Dhanush, everything. I knew this was coming. One side of Arjuna is telling that. And before that Arjuna could finish that conversation, another Arjuna is saying, you know what, don't fight. Another Arjuna is saying fight. Another Arjuna is saying not fight. Fight, no fight. Fight, no fight. Fight, no fight. It's so confusing. So confusing. So, anyone who's trying to obey or listen to a confused mind or a mind captured by moham cannot get a single decision from the mind. What do we want from the mind? Give me a single clear decision. This is what I want from the mind. But a mind which is captured by moham, it will never give you a single decision. It will go through a multiple personality disorder. One part will tell you chant. Another part will tell you don't chant. One part will tell you read Bhagavad Gita. Another part will don't. So Arjuna was flip-flopping. Like all of us are actually. And we see this in the second chapter. Because in the second chapter, 7th shloka, actually Arjuna says, I give up. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Dilemma. Not being able to decide what to do next. How many of you have gone through that point? I do not know what to do next. One part of me says this, one part of me says something else. It happened to Adam. Many people, we see this Bhagavatam. Very, very common problem for all of us. So, problem, because we are going through this problem every day. Every day. So we should take lesson from Arjuna. Lesson from Arjuna. Because throughout the first chapter, Arjuna is making the point, Swajanam. How can I kill my friends? How can I kill my relatives? How can I kill mine? Dhritarashtra is also asking that. What is the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita? Anyone knows the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita? Guru Keshte, Samhita Yutsavaha, Mamakaha, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya, right? So what is Dhritarashtra asking? Mamakaha Pandavas Chaiva. What did my sons and how did the Pandavas? He's not asking, he's not including Pandavas in a circle. He's asking Dharma Kshetre, in Dharma Kshetra, which is that place? Kurukshetre, fine. Samaveta Yutsavaha, they are all desiring to fight. Yuyutsavaha, they are all Yuyutsava, one who's desiring to fight. We have this Jujitsu also, right? This came from the Sanskritam word Yuyutsavaha. Prabhupada says in one of the lectures. Right? Yuyutsavaha. And then he's telling Mamakaha Pandavas Chaiva. On one side, this is my side. And then Pandavas Chaiva. Kimakurvata, what happened, Sanjaya? Tell me. So anxiety is when there is a mentality of this circle is mine and that circle is someone else. So we don't see everything as God's, Krishna's, there is anxiety. And throughout the first chapter, if you see, can someone bring the Bhagavad Gita and distribute one? So we can go over some important shlokas and read them, and read one purport also. So, throughout the first chapter, Arjuna is saying that I cannot fight with all these people. And Duryodhana is very confident. Duryodhana is telling, all these people are ready to give their life for me. Duryodhana is telling that Madarthe Takti Jivitaha. For my sake, everyone is willing to give up their life. Duryodhana is confident of his material power. And Arjuna, on the other side, he has Krishna. But he is full of worries, full of anxiety. This is what is happening to all of us. People who are atheistic, people who have no philosophy, they are very confidently going and starting an Instagram page and YouTube channel. And they are very confidently true. Yeah, this is all true. But we are having Bhagavad Gita, we are doubtful. Whether this is true or not, should I follow or not. A Muslim terrorist is ready to give up his life for something so tamasic. But we ask, please give $20, take Bhagavad Gita. No, I cannot. So we have the biggest wealth, we are doubtful. Someone who does not have any wealth, he is confident to give up his life. This is Kali Yuga. So Duryodhana is very confident. Duryodhana is very confident he will win. Arjuna has Krishna by his side. He is not confident. See, you can have God on your side, But if your intelligence is not purified by Krishna's Vani, what is the use of having God on your side? If you don't surrender to the God who is on your side, what is the use? There is no use. No use. So you can have an altar, nice altar, have puja, you do everything. But are you hearing from that person? This is what we ask when someone comes from the temple outside. We say, you're going to the temple inside, but you spoke so much to Krishna, to Balaji, to Thakurji. But did you hear what he has to say to you? You said so much. You went with a big list. But what did he have to say to you? Did you know? We don't know. What does Krishna want to speak to me? We don't know. So you can have Krishna on your side. But if we keep speaking, Krishna will not speak. Krishna will not speak. First chapter fully, Krishna did not speak. Krishna did not open his mouth. Chup chap. He kept on listening. Kept on listening. And Arjuna is keeping, how can I kill mine? Swajanam, Swajanam, Swajanam. Mine, my relatives, my. Kept on using the word Swajanam, Swajanam. And Prabhupada is like, blasting if you see his lectures and purports. Like this Swajanam, Swajanam, Swajanam. These are my parties, my parties. Right, again telling him, Drishtva imam Swajanam Krishna yutsam samupastitam sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishishyati. He's getting stressed. His hair is standing on end. His fingers are bow is quivering. Everything is getting stressed. Stress management. Vepatuscha sarire me romharshascha dayate gandivam shramsate hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate. So, and then nacha shreya anupashyami. I cannot see why should I kill my own relatives. I can't see what good will come to. Again, Swajanam, mine. And Arjuna completely finished. 2.7. Arjuna thought this personality disorder, multiple personality disorder is too much to handle. You can repeat after me. 2.7. Okay. So, who knows the shloka 2.7? Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yashreyasya nischitam bruhitan me Shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. So he's telling, I do not know what to do and what not to do. I'm completely confused. Dharma sammudha chetaha. Sometimes I feel this is dharma. Sometimes I feel that is dharma. Of course, our confusion is not dharma sammudha. We are dharma adharmuda sammudha chetasa. We are confused whether to do dharma or adharma. But Arjuna is confused whether to do dharma as a kshatriya or to do the dharma as a student of his spiritual master, of his archery master. What should I do? Should I be a good, whatever I'm thinking as a good human being? I'm being a good human being by not fighting. Someone will think, right? I'm being a good human being. They want to fight, but I don't want to fight. Normally, we will think it is good. But Krishna wanted Arjuna not to be just good. He wanted Arjuna to be the best. Because Arjuna is having a seemingly ulterior motive. That ulterior motive is that he wants his friends and relatives to be with him at the cost of adharma. He is very afraid of losing his relatives and friends. Because like Prabhupada is saying in the lecture, because if you have money, if you have a big kingdom, even if I have a big kingdom, if all the Kauravas are lost, Pandavas are very few. If you have a big house, but you can't show it to your friends, what is the use of the big house? Right? We get things to put it on an Instagram post, to put a Facebook post. What is the goal? What is the use? So Arjuna is confused and he's telling, I cannot decide. I don't know what is true. Karpanya dosha upahata svabaha. Prichami tvam. I'm asking you. I do not know. Dharma sammuda chetaha. Yash shreya. Very nice word. Yash shreyaha syan nischitam. Shreyaha syat. Kim shreyaha. What is good for me? You only can tell Krishna. My mind is confusing me. If I ask my mind what is good for me, my mind is giving 1001 advices. How many people are there? 20 people, right? Maybe in this room. If you ask 20 people, what do you want to do? How many answers do you think will come? 100 answers. Right? Why? This moment 20. And next after 5 minutes, another 20. Right? So in a room of 20, there will be 100 opinions. Because the same person will have 5 opinions in 3 minutes. Correct? This is the nature of the mind. So he's telling, I cannot decide. And even if I decide, I am unsure about it. So these 2 words are very important. Yashreyaha, first one is very important. Second word that is important is nishchitam. I want to know for certain, tell me. Certain. 100% it must be true. It must work. Yashreya syan nishchitam bruhitan me. Shishyaha te aham. I am not talking like a friend anymore. I understand I am very foolish. I cannot solve my problem. I might be a great Arjuna. Great people might glorify me in the outside. I might be a PhD. I might be an MBA. I might be a director. I might be this. I hold a H1B visa. I'm a green card holder. Everything is outside. But inside Krishna, I'm very weak. Inside very hollow. You only know my inner nature. I am struggling inside. That only you know Krishna. So please you tell me, Nishchitam Bruhitan me, Shishyaha Teham. But actually I am your disciple. I am very poor Krishna. I don't possess anything. Outside I am cheating that I am this, I am that. Gramya Vyavahare ko hai Pandit. But Hitahit Kichu nahi jani. But actually Sanatana Goswami is going to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and telling, Gramya Vyavahare kore Pandit. According to Gramya Vyavahara, I am considered a great Pandit. Sanatana Goswami is a great Pandita. He knew 15 languages. But he is telling, I do not know Kichu nahi jani. Hita hit Kichu nahi jani. I do not know. And in this way he is falling at the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, holding a grass, holding a straw on his teeth. He said, I do not know. I do not know. First of all, I must understand the problem I have is not a material problem, but a spiritual problem. Second thing you have to understand is that this spiritual problem I cannot solve for myself. Second thing. Third thing, I should understand I cannot solve this problem. Only Krishna can solve this problem. When you are able to arrive at these 3 conclusions, we can surrender. Okay, what are the 3 conclusions? First of all, I have a spiritual problem. What we think right now? All my problems is because I lost that sale. It got sold out, the Black Friday deal. Right? I wanted to buy iPhone for so much, iPad for so much. But someone else got that. Now I have to wait for Cyber Monday. Correct? So this is my problem right now. My problem is that I'm thinking material problem. That itself is a problem. To think that I have only a material problem and not a spiritual problem is a problem. What is a spiritual problem? That I cannot decide for certain what is good for me. I don't know. That's a spiritual problem. And second thing, what should we understand? That I cannot solve it on my own, myself. I cannot solve it. Third thing is that only Krishna can solve it for me, or Krishna's representative can solve it. This is what Arjuna did. After Arjuna spoke this, Krishna started speaking. Krishna started speaking. Until then, Krishna did not open his mouth. Similarly, if we keep on talking mundane stuff, consistently talking the whole day, or hearing someone talk on Insta, Facebook, whatever it is, then we can't hear what Krishna is saying. So we have to sit down and hear. Sit down and hear what Krishna is speaking. So this is the meaning of Shravanam. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Korai Uday. This is meditation. This is meditation because our intelligence is focused on spiritual sound vibration, what Krishna is speaking. Is dynamic meditation. To hear what Krishna is speaking is meditation. And then immediately when Krishna started speaking, Krishna told Arjuna, you are speaking like a very wise man. Ashochayan anvashochastvam prajnavadamsta bhashase. Gatasu nagatam sumshta na anushocanti panditaha. You are speaking like a very learned man. You are giving me so many reasons, this, that. But you are actually a fool number 1. Immediately, first line only, after Krishna spoke to Arjuna, first shloka, what is he saying? Krishna, Arjuna, you are speaking so many things, but actually you are a fool number 1. First line only slap. Tappat. Ashochayan anvashosasvam prajnavadamsta vashase. You are speaking like a great prajna, but actually you don't have any prajna. Of course, Krishna is being a little euphemistic. Euphemistic means what? Little indirectly is telling. He's talking like a learned man, which means he's not a learned man. Because the reasons he is giving, if you see the first chapter, all dharma sukshmam, this, that will happen, karya karanam. If you take this out, what will happen? If you take this out, like I told this to the doctor, I did this report, if you this will happen, this, that will happen, this, that will happen. Then he said, I think you are overthinking. Right? That could also be your problem. So, paralysis by analysis. Right? So, like that, Arjuna was getting paralysis by analysis. Right? So, he was thinking too much. So, you're actually a fool because you are not actually focused on who you really are. Why are you a fool? Arjuna is a fool. The person who's mastered every art. The person who's a great archer. Guda Kesha, he can even conquer sleep. Arjuna is a fool? Really? Why is he a fool? Because Arjuna is thinking on the bodily platform. Anyone who's thinking on a bodily platform is actually very foolish. And the whole world is thinking on a bodily platform. Everyone. Ask anyone, who are you? What are you going to do? They are going to say that they are this body. So this is the problem. Prabhupada is saying very nicely in the purport. Okay. So we will read the first paragraph. Very beautiful shloka. It's a very beautiful purport also. We'll read this purport. Okay. Someone want to read the purport? First paragraph. 2.7. Jai.
By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step there is perplexity, and therefore it behooves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life. All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from the perplexities of life which happens without our desire. They are like forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone. Similarly, the world's situation is such that the perplexities of life automatically appear without our wanting such confusion. No one wants fire, and yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. The Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the signs of the solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in the disciplic succession. A person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not, therefore, remain in material perplexities but should approach a spiritual master. This is the
Purport of this verse. We'll pause here. So, very important point that as long as we are not hearing from someone intelligent, then we will continue to obey our mind. Okay. So, Krishna mentions many places, we will come there. And when Arjuna surrendered like this, because he's in perplexity, many people take to spiritual life, most people who take to spiritual life go through some perplexity. Krishna mentions this, Chaturvidha bhajante mam janaha sukritino Arjuna. Arto artarthi jignasu jnani cha bharatarshava. So it is the good fortune of Arjuna that he was in a perplexity, that he felt he had to surrender to Krishna. So my dear devotees, to be confused in life, to be defeated in life, to be lonely in life, to be left out by everyone in life, to be isolated in life, to be defeated, to be neglected by someone is not defeat. It is actually the beginning of success. Why? Because in that opportunity, in that context, we have the chance to actually take shelter of the Lord. Just like when when a boy wants to meet a girl, he wants to meet the girl in a very private spot. Correct? He doesn't want to meet the girl along with his father, mother. He'll ask, when are your parents are going, home, right? Going somewhere out. I'll come then. This is what we see, right? So the boy wants to meet the girl in a isolated spot, right? Similarly, the Krishna, the Supreme Purusha, wants to meet all of us, right? When we are little isolated, right? When we are little alone. So Krishna sometimes creates situations for us where we are little deserted, where we are sometimes cheated. At that point of time, the boy can come and propose to the girl. At that point of time, there is a good chance the girl will accept the proposal. Because when the girl is with so many people, she gets distracted. She's distracted. But when the girl is alone, she enjoys. The boy enjoys the company of the girl enjoys the company of the boy. So the society neglects you. Great, good. No problem. If you're defeated in life, very nice. So Arjuna himself was defeated. He himself felt depressed. What to talk of all of us. So if you feel depressed in life, it is not a problem. It is actually the beginning of solution. If we actually take shelter of the right person, Krishna. Right person, Krishna. The whole Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita hammers this point over and over and over again. Reversals are opportunities if we are able to see Krishna's hand in it. If you're able to see with spiritual intelligence, if you're able to have the association of Krishna or his representative, it opens Mokshadwaram Apavritam. And from there, Krishna is continuously going. He's getting to the real point that we are not this body. I am actually not this body. Everyone is identifying with his body and the designations. Everyone is thinking, I'm a male, I'm a female, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, Someone said, I'm a Muslim, I won't take the Bhagavad Gita. No, he's not a Muslim. He's just believing that he's a Muslim. But actually, who is he? He's actually a soul. So we are hammering ourselves to be this, to be that. So Krishna starts this Ashochayan Prashochastam Prajna Vadam Sabhadse Gatasuna Gadam Sumshananu Sochanti Panditaha Achedyoyam Adahyoyam Akledi Ashoshayevacha Nitya Sarvagatastanuhu Achaloyam Sanatanaha Anasato Vidyate Bhavo Nabhavo Vidyate Sataha Ubhayorapidishto Vantastu Anayoho Tattvadarshibhi Avinash Tadvidhi Yena Sarvavidam Tatam Vinasham Abhyasyasena Kaschit Kartum Arhati Avinash Tadvidhi. This is Avinashi. This material body is vinashi. The spirit soul, it doesn't have any vinash. It doesn't have any nash. What is the proof? The proof is that we don't desire any nasham. Where is this desire coming from? That I don't want to die. Everyone is thinking I don't want to die. No one in this world wants to die. If I am a collection of atoms, why is there a tendency to not want to die? If I'm just atoms, that is what the modern science is telling. Modern science is telling we are a collection of atoms. If I'm a collection of atoms, which atom here doesn't want to die? Can some scientists say? If I'm just atoms, if I'm just some DNA or protein or whatever it is, which DNA is actually telling, because I don't want to die, there is something that is coming from here. That's like you make a big sambar, right? The sambar is a little yellow in color. You ask, where is this yellow coming from? Then you say, no, Prabhu, I put some turmeric powder. Because of that, it is yellow in color. You will say, right? Similarly, Krishna is asking in the Bhagavad Gita, if you are saying the whole thing is atoms, from where is the tendency that I don't want to die? Where is this coming from? Where is the tendency that I want to be always happy? Where is it coming from? If you are simply atoms, if you are simply this matter, what you see in the mirror is who you are. If you believe like that, where is this feeling coming from? Answer, Arjuna, answer. Answer. Which means I'm not these atoms. I'm not these atoms because combination of atoms cannot create life. Has any scientist said, some person X died. This is the atom that is missing. Supply those missing atoms. We'll bring it back to life. Can some scientist say? This is the chemicals that is missing. Supply these chemicals. We'll bring it back to life. Can you say that? Yes or no? So this is the skin that is missing. What part? How can I say I am the body? So if you say you are the body, which part of the body are you? You tell me. So you believe you are the body. Which part of the body are you? What will you say? Are you your head? Are you your hands? Are you your legs? What are you? If I cut away my legs also, I will continue to think that eye is existing. If I cut away my hand also, it is existing. So one could say, okay, I am the brain. Okay, you can say you are the brain. But brain also, what is it made of? It is made of lot of electrical signals going in and out. Correct? So which electrical signal are you? Which electrical signal? Some electrical signals cause you pleasure, some electrical signal cause you pain. Which electrical signal are you? Do you know? Which electrical signal? Are you the happy signal? Medulla oblongata. Right? So there are four front part of the brain, rear part of the brain, this zone, that zone. This zone will excite left part of the brain. Okay, which part of the brain are you? You tell me. Tell me. Let's see who are you. You are saying, I am the greatest person. I feel so cheated. You are saying, I. We say I every moment in our day. But do we know what is that I? Every moment we say, I don't like this. I don't like this. I feel cheated. I hate this person. I feel defeated. I feel stressed. What is that I? You tell. You tell what is that I? What is that I? We don't know. How foolish we are. We don't know what is that I. But from morning to night, what are we thinking? I. But we don't know what that I is. Ask anyone. Anyone in this whole world, ask who are you? They can't give a proper answer. They'll give their name. They'll give their profession. But the profession changes, you still exist. Your name can be changed, but you still exist. Your designation changes, but you still exist. So you are a father before. And now after your son goes away, your son dies or whatever, or you are a son before your father goes away, you're not a son anymore. So everything that we are having is a relative designation. It is not me. This is what the first thing Krishna is hammering this point again and again and again and again. Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satah, ubhayor api drishto vantastu anayoho tattvadarshibhihi. This is asat vastu. Asat will not have bhav. This will change. This will change. Our minds also change. We keep on changing, but we are thinking we are that mind. We are thinking we are this body. That's like you got out a coat before you entered. Similarly, Krishna says, Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuhyati vasamsi jirnani yatha vihayacha navani grihnati naroparani tata sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. Just like you are giving up this coat and you are wearing another coat, similarly at the end of the life, what will happen? I might be Jai right now. Next Janmam I can be Jayashri. A previous life I could have been Ramya. But I think, oh, this body is so beautiful. Oh, this is very nice. I am looking very ugly. No, this is your body right now. Before Janmam, next Janmam. We are not thinking long term. We have to have a broad vision. When you have broad vision, so second chapter teaches you to have a multi-life perspective of life. What perspective should have? Multi-life perspective of life. You don't think this is my only life. When you look at your problem, you must look at it from 50,000 feet. When you look at it from 50,000 feet, so imagine, there is a big, what is the tallest building in this world? Huh? Burj Khalifa is the tallest. You have updated in general knowledge. So say Burj Khalifa. So you go on a big, great plane or whatever, going 50,000 feet. How will Burj Khalifa appear? Like a small dot? That's all. So whatever problem you are experiencing in life, it is because of narrow bodily consciousness. That is why your problem appears very big. Like Burj Khalifa, it appears very big. But when you go your consciousness goes up 50,000 feet. How will Burj Khalifa appear? Dot. So when you see this life, this whole event that you're going through, from a 50,000 feet level, always think that I am this body, I am like this. This circumstance, previous life, next life. Always see people and yourself in a multi-life perspective. This is what Krishna is saying in the second chapter. You are not this body. You are traveling through this body, but you are not the body. If you have this simple understanding, right, 90% of your problems are over. Second chapter only 90% of the problems are over. Simply understand this. I am traveling through bodies. I am not the body. Like a coat, I am getting this body and having this body. Mind also is another coat. Sometimes, I enter the house, I wear another coat. I am a father and I enter the house. And when you log into the laptop, log in details, first team meetings, wear another coat. I am this, I am engineer, another coat. And then when you go to in-laws, right, what do you say, chacha, chachi, whatever, and then you wear another coat. So we are all wearing this all mind, another coat. But at one point you have to take out all the coats. And the soul has to go to another body. You see? So you have to understand this point very nicely. And Krishna is bringing on this point. The soul is eternal. It cannot be killed. Nainam chintanti shastrani. Nainam dahati pavakaha. Nachainam kleyadayantyaapaha. Na shoshayati marutaha. Nothing can actually, no one can destroy you. No one can kill you. You are eternal. Good news. I don't see any smiles. Krishna says this is not so easy to understand. Ascharyavat pashyati kastidenam ascharyavat tataiva shrunoti tanya. Some people when they understand, when they hear this only, they are excited. They easily can understand it. Some people they get excited after hearing. Some people cannot get excited even after hearing. Right? In this way, there are different types of people. Actually, when a very intelligent person is ascharyavat, how does it look? Ascharyavat pashyati kastidenam. Some people can see this soul directly. But some people can only appreciate it when they speak about it. Some people can appreciate it only when they hear about it. Some people cannot appreciate it even after they hear. So we have to get excited. So how do you know when you are self-realized? You are excited. Why are you excited? I am eternal. No one can do anything to me. I am eternal. I am full of knowledge, full of bliss. I am part and parcel of Krishna. Yay! No one can do anything to me. This conviction, if you get, this is Prasanna Atma, Brahma Bhuta platform. And Krishna, this is the first half of the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter is called Sankhya Yoga. The second half, the second chapter is Buddhi Yoga, where Krishna talks about how through the Buddhi one can fix the spiritual goal of life. One way is to negate and come to like peeling an onion. Like you peel the body, you peel the mind. In this way, you go all the layers. And then what are you? You are who is inside all those layers. A very analytical approach. This is called Sankhya. What is it called? Sankhya. Sankhya means to understand all the components. I give this example all the time. Take a khichdi. You have the khichdi, you are breaking down all the components of khichdi. Okay. The yellow color comes from turmeric powder. The tanginess comes from the tamarind. The sweetness comes from, if you are from Karnataka, comes from jaggery, right? So you are dissecting all the components of sambar, which is contributing to what? Similarly, we are also understanding and analyzing where is this feeling coming from. I feel bad. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from the mind? Because mind is in Rajoguna, mind is in Tamoguna. Like that, you can analyze. You can be a self-doctor. You can be a self-doctor. You can understand where am I going wrong. That is what I did. Like for instance, when I studied automotive engineering, like it was very fascinating to me because I did not know. I knew if I press the accelerator, the vehicle will move forward. But when I studied automotive engineering, I understand when I'm pressing the accelerator and I'm pressing the clutch, this is what is happening in the transmission. This is the mechanism that is getting engaged. This is the mechanism that is getting disengaged. And immediately the vehicle is moving forth. So whenever I press the clutch, the diagram will come, the animation will come in my mind. This is what is happening. And I press the accelerator, this is why it is smooth right now. So this whole thing, though I was doing it before, the whole mechanism of what is happening in the background, I knew it. Now, I felt very excited. And this is a grrr sound, I know what it meant. Why? Because I knew the mechanism. Similarly, when there is a grrr sound in your life, in your mind, you'll exactly know what is going on in your inner system. Bhagavad Gita is real inner engineering because you know the inner architecture. You cannot do real inner engineering without knowing the inner architecture. You know the architecture from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Indriyan paranyahu, indriyebhya paramanaha, manasastu paro buddhi, yo buddhehe paratastu saha. Right? So this is saying the architecture. This is there, this is there, this is there, this is there. And turn on the projector. So, so Krishna in the second chapter, second half, Krishna saying the Buddhi Yoga, where Krishna is enforcing this point that Arjuna, if you want to understand this Atma, you have to give up the lower fruits. You can't have the cake and eat it too. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya apahrita chedasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhauna vidhiyate. Krishna is telling Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bhushaka yanantasta buddhayo vyavasayinam. Make your intelligence one pointed, Arjuna. You cannot say, I'll enjoy matter and then I'll cultivate spiritual life. Not possible. You reduce a little bit enjoyment because you're all here, because you gave up some enjoyment to come here. You undertook austerity to come here, is it not? Driving through the snow. So this is you're giving up some bhoga. You can sit on the sofa and then watch Netflix. But you gave up that bhoga, that enjoyment, drove through the snow and came here. So Krishna is telling, you give up little bhoga, little only I'm saying. Krishna is saying, give it up, and then Vyavasaya Atmika Buddhi, your intelligence will become one-pointed. And Arjuna is asking a very wonderful question, which is relevant to all of us. Arjuna is asking, what are the symptoms of someone who's self-realized? Sita prajnasya ka bhasha. Who is the person who's fixed in this intelligence? You are saying the intelligence is one-pointed, he is very happy, he is very self-satisfied. What is the symptom of this person who is self-realized? So self-realization is not a fantasy. There are symptoms. So no one can say, I belong to the best religion. No. There are KPIs. There are KPIs, key performance indicators. Okay. What are your symptoms? Krishna will see. If your symptoms are good, then you are good. So no one can say, I belong to Christianity. Christianity is the best religion. I belong to Islam. It is the best religion. I am the best person. No, sir. What are your symptoms? Apuryamana machala pratishtham samudramapaha pravishanti yadva tatkamayam pravishanti sarve sa shanti mapnoti na kama kami. Right? You should not be motivated by the desire. So Arjuna, you are thinking, if you satisfy your desire, you will be happy. Apuryamanam achala pratishtham samudramapaha pravishanti yadvat. Right? Samudramapaha pravishanti. Desires will enter your mind, Arjuna. You will not be happy if you act on them. Desires will enter. Ocean, is it getting increased because of the rivers entering? Yes or no? No. The ocean is apratishtham, pratishtham. It's situated in one place. Apuryamanam achalam. The word achalam is very nice. Achalam means it is not moving. Desires are constantly hitting the mind. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Desires are hitting. Rivers are entering the ocean like that. Desires are entering. But how is the person? Achala pratishtham. Achala pratishtham. Achalam. Achalam means he is not moving. He is unmoved, unfazed. Pratishtham. I put the case here, the case is there. It is not moving. Pratishtham. Pratishtham. It is situated there. So, such a person, tadvat kama yam pravishanti sarve, Krishna says, sa shantim apnoti. He gets shanti. So, right now the feeling is that if I do what I feel, I'll be happy. Is what we feel. Anyway, so much philosophy is there. But Arjuna is talking about the symptoms of a self-realized person in the second chapter of the second part of the second chapter. I'm just telling you what is the Bhagavad Gita so you can have an overall bird's eye view. So this is the symptoms, Sita Prajna. Who is a Sita Prajna? Fixed in intelligence. How does he talk? How does he act? How does he walk? How does he speak? What are his motivations? Our motivations are reward and fear-based. And a person who's Sthita Prajna is very careful. Very careful. If there is something that is endangering him, he will immediately go inside. like a tortoise is taking its, its whole body into the shell. Right? Kurmo angani va sarvashaha. Indriyani indriyarthebhyaha tasya prajna pratishtita. Kurmo angani va sarvashaha. Like kurma, the tortoise. Angani va sarvashaha. Whenever there is a danger, what will it do? It will go inside. When we have a danger, what we do? We go more outside. We put a WhatsApp status. The world itself is very bad. Everyone is out there to hurt me. I hate everyone. Correct? Don't believe your husband. Don't believe your wife. Everyone can desert you. So whenever there is a WhatsApp status from someone, something is going on. Because people get philosophical only when they go through misery, right? So the thing is very simple. When there is a problem, Krishna says, Kurmo angani va sarvasha. Go inside to Krishna. Go inside to Krishna. So second chapter talks about for Sankhya Yoga and the Buddhi Yoga. And third chapter, Krishna talks about the principle of Yajna. So Krishna says, Arjuna, even if you want to be materially happy, what to talk of spiritual happiness? You can't be materially happy without actually living a life based on Dharma. Even the food you are getting, it is because if you only follow Dharma properly, your children will be happy. The food you will be nice food, because right now we can't even trust the food. You can't trust whether your teachers, you have to be afraid of whether teachers will having bad touch or good touch. This is the status. They're teaching so much in the name of sex education. I was just hearing. So you can't trustworthiness, anything in this life, any happiness in this world is possible only when there is maintenance of Dharma. And Dharma is possible by Yajna. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanya tanna sambhava yajnad bhavati parjanya yajna karma samudbhavam karma brahmodbhavam vitti brahma akshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishthitam. Yajne pratishthitam. You have to follow Dharma. Whatever is Dharma that is mentioned, because Yajna is actually born only of Dharma, karma. When you are following your prescribed duties, all the spiritual things are already embedded within it. Everything is embedded. Embedded. When you take darshan of a sadhu, when you take blessings of a sadhu, or when you read Bhagavad Gita, you are coming here, everything is embedded inside. This is what Krishna is telling. So he's telling Arjuna indirectly, Arjuna, you don't have to indirectly go and search for a spiritual life in the forest. When you perform your prescribed duties as an offering to me, there itself is your spiritual life embedded. Okay? When you are trying to make me the center, when your consciousness is fixed on me, that is your spiritual life. Yajna karma samudbhavaha. And a person who's not living a life of yajna, moghasha, mogha karma, mogha jnana vichetasaha, rakshasi masurim saiva prakriti mohinim sritaha. When a person is just living for the body, Arjuna, he is not happy. Simply for their senses. Aghayuhu indriyarama mogham parthasa jivati. Aghayuhu, his whole life is sinful. We are all living on debt. This is what Krishna is telling in the third chapter. We are living on debt. What have we borrowed? We have borrowed this body. We have borrowed sunshine. We have borrowed moonshine. We have borrowed nature's resources. This body is on a lease. This body is not ours. This body is not ours. How are you saying this body is not ours? Say, this is my house. Can someone chase me away from my house immediately? No, no one can. My house, right? But can material nature chase me away from the body anytime? Yes or no? Yes. How can it be my body? I am on a lease. When the lease is over, get out. That's all. That's all. So we are using material resources. So one cannot say, actually, you know what, I'm not interested in spiritual life. You can't say that. Because it is our obligation. It is the tax you have to pay, Krishna is telling. If you don't pay tax, Krishna says, he's saying, Aghayuhu, you can repeat after me, Yajna, Shishtashina Santaha, Muchyante, Sarva Kilbhishaihi, Bhunjante te tu agham papa, Ye pachanti atma karanat. If you cook your food, if you maintain your house, if you maintain your family for atma karanat, Krishna is telling, this is bunjante te tu agham papa. It is a sinful life. If you are cooking, don't cook for yourself. Cook for Krishna. If you cook and eat it myself, Krishna is telling, Yajna Shishtam, the food must be Yajna Shishtam. Yajna Shishtam means it must be the remnants of that food which is offered in Yajna. Where does Krishna say this? In 3rd chapter, 36 shloka. Right? 3.36, I think. 1.3, okay. So it must be Yajna Shishtam. Without it being Yajna Shishtam, one cannot make progress in life. So all the things that we are borrowed, people are watching us. It is mandatory. We have to pay taxes. If we don't pay taxes, we are culpable for sinful actions. Everything dharma has to be right time. I have to wake up. Right time I have to go to sleep. Everything is being watched. I have to treat my son properly. I have to treat my wife properly. I have to treat my husband properly. If I don't do anything of this properly, tuck, nicely, if I'm not offering myself to Krishna, according to what Krishna said, I'm not living my life, it is not an option. If I don't do, Krishna says, I will be entangled. Krishna says, Yajnaya achartah karma samagram praviliyate. Another Krishna says, what is the shloka? Yajnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. So again Krishna is emphasizing on the principle of yajna. Yajna means living a life of sacrifice to Krishna, God. Yajnyo vai Vishnu. Live your life as a sacrifice to Vishnu. Follow Vishnu's orders. If Vishnu is saying, do it. Pay your taxes to Vishnu, even for you to enjoy material life. Just like if I don't pay taxes, then Michigan will come back to me, right? I can't just live. I say I don't like to pay taxes. It's my money. No, you're using the road. You're using this. You're using that. You have to pay taxes. Similarly, Krishna is talking about spiritual life from a different angle in the 3rd chapter as a necessity to even enjoy material life. It is not like it's an option. I don't want to be peaceful. I'm already peaceful only. It's not like an option. That is the perspective Krishna brings in the 3rd chapter. In the 4th chapter, Krishna talks about 2 things predominantly, very nicely. The first part, Krishna talks about his avatar rahasyam. Why does he appear? A very famous shloka, you know. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha taktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti Arjuna paritranaya sadhunam dharma samsthapanarthaya yada hi dharmasya abhyutanam adharmasya. Very, very famous shlokas. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale svraha itimam yobi janati karmabhir nasabadhyate. Krishna mentions, why does he appear? Krishna says, Krishna, actually I don't have nothing. I have nothing to gain. We are being born in this material world because we have karma to lose. If you are forced, did anyone choose your father and mother? Anyone here? Chose your father and mother? No one? So we are forced to be born. Like even if I want to, change the plastic surgery, I want to be a little taller, shorter, difficult. Because my karma has decided I can only be this thin. I can only be this tall. I'll be lean. I'll have these diseases. Karma decision, you can't choose much. Choices are limited. Father, mother, health factor. No, your mother had diabetes. So you'll also have diabetes. Hey, I didn't ask for diabetes. But your mother had it, you are forced to have. In your life, do you have a history of prostate cancer? Like, so I'm forced to imbibe certain things, good and bad. Right? My father is a great singer. I also can sing. Right? My father is a great doctor. I am learning medical science from the age of 5 or 6. Privilege, karma. So we are forced to be born in this world by karma. But how is Krishna born? Out of his ichha. He can choose. I choose, this Devaki to be my mother, Vasudeva to be my father. I choose Kashyapa Muni to be my father and Aditi to be my mother. He can choose Dasaratha to be he can choose. Why? Because it's out of his sweet will to actually exchange pleasure with his devotees. He's coming to actually give darshan and enjoy, give pleasure to his devotees. This is the purpose of Difference between Krishna's appearance and my appearance. My appearance is due to my janmam, not even appearance. My janmam is due to karma. Krishna's appearance is due to desire. When we say about ourselves, we say janmam, right? When we talk about Krishna, we say avirbhav, right? Avirbhav means what? Appearance, right? So it's appearance. So we say about appearance of Krishna, and then avirbhav, tirobhav. Tirobhav means disappearance. Avirbhav means appearance. So we about ourselves, we say janmam, but Krishna is appearance day of Krishna. Because Krishna is always there. Even Krishna is right now there. But he appears at some point to the normal audience to perform pastimes. Is Krishna not appear here right now? Of course he is there. He is every moment there. Right? But he is appearing. Prabhupada gives the example of sun. The sun is always there. But with our perspective, the sun appears to move. Right? But the sun is always there. Similarly, Krishna is always there. But relative to us, it appears like he is incarnating and not incarnating. But when he sets here, he incarnates somewhere else. Incarnates in another universe. Incarnates in another universe. He disappears from this universe, he incarnates in another universe. Just like the sun sets here, sun appears in another place. So Krishna is always appearing and disappearing. Even right now we can see Krishna. So this is Krishna's Avatara Rahasyam in the first part of the 4th chapter. The second part of the 4th chapter, Krishna talks about Jnana Yoga. What is the first chapter about? Jnana Yoga. So Krishna talked about Yajna. Right? Now we ask Krishna, what is the meaning of, what is the purpose of this Yajna? Why should we perform rituals? Some people are performing tapasya, some people are performing upavasam, some people are, rotating circumambulating the temple, some people are going to Girivalam, they are worshipping Balaji temple, they are, going up the stairs, some people are worshipping so many devatas, right? In this way, there are, Sanatana Dharma is a big library. So much upasanas are there. Is it not? You can do upasana for Durga Devi, for Shri Chakra upasana, Ashtanga Yoga, this, that. So many yajnas are there. How many of you think Sanatana Dharma is so complex it makes me confused? So, if you feel like that, you have to read the 4th chapter. Can someone search where this shloka is? Evam Bahuvidha Yajna. You need maybe Google for that. Evam Bahuvidha Yajna. Sarva Karma Akilam Partha Jnane Pari... 4th, can you read the entire shloka? So in this way, Bahuvidha Yajna is there. You can do pranayama, parayana, you can do pranayama, and that is one yajna. You can observe, you can say, I will only have one wife. That is also yajna. I feel like marrying another girl, I feel like marrying another boy, but I stay within the marriage. That is also yajna. Krishna says, sacrifice, you are sacrificing something, right? I feel like cheating, but I am not cheating. That is yajna. Right? And then another yajna is that I am doing, some devata upasana. That is also yajna. And so many yajnas are there. But what is the purpose of all yajna? You can read 4.33. Can someone read 4.33? It's already 7:20. Okay, I need to finish. We are only in 4th chapter. Darve mayad yajnat. Sarva karma akhilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Sarva karma akhilam partha. Every yajna you are doing, where does it lead to? Jnane parisamapyate. Can you repeat after me? Everything anyone is doing in Sanatana Dharma, where does it lead to? Jnane parisamapyate. It leads to jnanam. So if you get this jnanam, you don't have to do all these yajnas. What is jnanam? Where do you get this jnanam? Krishna mentioned that in 4.34. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tatvadarshinaha. You go to Tattvadarshi and get this jnanam. You don't have to do so many things, Arjuna. That's all. You go to the spiritual master and get this jnanam about me. Who am I? What is God? What is Bhagavan? Who am I? What is the Prakriti? What is Kala? What is Karma? You get this jnanam. That's it. And if you get this jnanam, what will you see? What is the symptom of a person who has gotten this jnanam? Krishna saying, the next chapter, next shloka 4.35. Krishna says, Drakshyasi Atmani Atho Mayi. you will see everything situated within me. Atho mayi drakshasi atmani. When you have this jnanam, you will see Krishna in everything and everything in Krishna. This is the symptom of jnanam, to see everything in connection with Krishna. So this whole first to 18th chapter is about Krishna, 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 Krishna. Again and Krishna says, Mayi, Mayi, Mayi. Yajnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Here again Krishna says, Drakshasi atmani atho mayi. Janma karma cha me divyam. My birth, my activities are transcendental. So Bhagavad Gita is a festival of Krishna. It's a Krishna festival. So if someone is commentating on Bhagavad Gita, excluding Krishna, it is like inviting you to a temple tour without the deity. Someone is saying, I'll take you to a temple. They are showing you the architecture. Where is the deity? No deity. Will you accept it as a temple? Yes or no? No. So similarly, many people say, what is Bhagavad Gita? Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Do your duty, don't expect reward. This is like simple external. But what is the internal deity? Our dear Lord Krishna playing the flute. That is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means to be like, to be floored over by Krishna. From beginning to end, fully, Adi, Antam, Madhyamam, Antam, everything is Krishna only. From 3rd to 4th chapter, if you dissect all shlokas, Krishna saying, I am everything, I am everything, I am everything. Janma karma cha me divyam, whatever Krishna is telling. And the 4.35, how does Krishna start the shloka? Yajnatva na punarmoham, evam yasyasi pandava, right? Yena bhutani asheshani drakshasi atmani atho mayi. Yena bhutani asheshani. You see everything in Krishna. Krishna is the word mayi. The shabdam is important. Mayi. Krishna is very specific and saying mayi. So if you love Krishna, if you fall in love with Krishna, that means your jnanam is perfect. Good, first class. This is what Krishna is saying in the 4th chapter to summarize. And if you get this jnanam, nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. Bhasmasat kurute Arjuna. This jnanam, you have so much karma, what to do? No, doesn't matter. If you have knowledge about me, one ray of light is enough to dissipate the darkness that has been there for millions of years. One spark is enough to destroy a whole forest. Similarly, Krishna, Arjuna, nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. And Krishna says, Bhasmadat kurute Arjuna. Evam abhichedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakrit tamaha sarvam jnana plavena vrijinam santarishyasi. Sarvam jnana plavena. If you have this jnanam, doesn't matter. Evam, I'm the worst sinner, sir. Abhichedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakrit tamaha. If you have a competition, who is the most papi? I will come first in Olympics. If you say like that. Sarvebhya papakrit tamaha. Papakrit tamaha means what? Papakrit means sinner. Papakritara means super sinner. Papakritama means super duper sinner. Papakritamaha. Krishna saying, even if you are a super duper sinner, apichedasi papebhya sarvebhya papakritamaha. Sarvam jnana plavam. You take this boat of knowledge about me. Jnana plavenaiva vrijinam santarishi. You can cross everything. Don't worry. Don't worry about your life. Just sit on my lotus feet. I will take you from this side to that side. That's all. Don't worry. Samashritaha ye padava pallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murarehe bhavam buddhi vatsa padam param padam 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 yad vipadam natesham. Padam padam yad vipadam natesham. This material world is padam padam yad vipadam. But samashritaha ye padapallava plavam. But you have taken shelter of me. Don't worry. Don't worry about your past. I will take complete charge of you. I will take complete charge of you. Why? Krishna is saying in the 5th chapter, Karma Yoga. Right? You are performing karma, you are performing yajna, but with the jnanam I told about in the 4th chapter. So 3 plus 4 is equal to 5 according to Bhagavad Gita. So 3rd chapter is about yajna. 4th chapter Krishna is talking about the jnanam. But Arjuna became confused. You are talking about jnanam, and I feel like I have to go to the forest. And you are asking me to fight. What should I do? Should I go to the forest or should I fight? Krishna, no, you are not understanding. You can perform your duty with knowledge of me. So Krishna is reconciling Karma Yoga. Krishna is saying, you perform all your duties as an offering to me. What is the shloka? The lotus leaf untouched by water. Kali Yuga memory, I forgot. So Krishna is saying, you offer everything to me, untouched by everything. Right? You keep me in conscious. Bhoktar Viknapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Sukhritam Sarvabhutanam Nyatva Mam Shantim Richasi. So don't worry, be asanka. You don't try to enjoy the fruits of this world. Don't think I want this, I want this. Then you get implicated. You get implicated. Whoever, whatever you want, that person will be able to control you. Just take shelter of me. You perform your duties, but have me as the end goal. Have me as the end goal. Disturbance is due to what of an ultimate goal? Prabhupada says in the purport. Why are we disturbed? Because I don't have an ultimate goal. I don't have an ultimate goal. So Krishna is saying you perform your duties. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha. Put me in the heart and then do your duty. How? How can I develop attachment to you so much that even if I am performing my work, I can be attached to you? Is it possible? Krishna says, I will teach you a process called Ashtanga Yoga. By this Ashtanga Yoga, you will control your mind and senses. When your mind and senses are purified, then you can meditate on me. If you meditate me, you will know me. And when you know me, you can work very nicely. So I'll teach you the process of Ashtanga Yoga so that you can fix your mind upon me. And Krishna is teaching the process of Ashtanga Yoga in the 6th chapter. Yato yato manah nischarati sanchalam astiram tato tato niyamya atmanye vasham nayet. Krishna is giving many prerequisites. Brahmacharya, ahimsa cha. You have so many things. Shasa, samakaya, shiro, grivam. You sit erect. You go to a solitary place. You follow brahmacharyam, this, that, ahimsa. And then you sit in a solitary place like this in a posture, nasikagram. Your eyes must not be too open. It must not be too close. It must be staring at the tip of the nose. Because if you completely close your eyes, you will sleep off. If you completely open your eyes, you will look at everything and not meditate on me. So not fully open, not fully closed. So in this way you perform Ashtanga Yoga and you meditate on me. And Krishna is telling Arjuna, Arjuna is telling Krishna is very difficult. Very difficult to me. Tato mano durnigraham chalam. Asamshayam. What is that first shloka? Asamshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena chagrihyate. It's very difficult. Vayuhu iva sudushkaram. I am not able to control this mind through the process you have given me. So Krishna gives a very nice way to control the mind. In which chapter? 6th chapter. Krishna is saying, Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. You do abhyasam and then vairagyam. Naturally. Abhyasa means practice. Practice. And then gradually you will eventually become renounced. In this way, Krishna is in the 6th chapter. Time is getting far, so I'm just trying to accelerate. So in the 7th chapter, because another 11 more chapters to go. So the 7th chapter, Krishna is talking about very simple, beautiful tattva. Krishna is covering the whole universe in 3 shlokas. Everything in 3 shlokas. 7.4, 7.5, 7.6. Everything covered. Whole universe Krishna is telling. Bhumi rapo analaha vayuhu kam mano buddhire vacha ahankara iti yamme banna prakriti rashtada. And then Krishna is saying, everything that you see, Bhumi, Rapa, Analaha, Vayu, everything is my material energy. And superior spiritual energy is the living entity. You are spirit. Where are you? Matter. I am spirit. I am not matter. Krishna is saying this material energy is one of my energies. Bhumi, Apa, Analo, what do we say? Panchabhut. Bhumi, Rapa, Anala, Vayu, come. And then Manas, Buddhi, Ahankaram. This is all my 8 material energies. And then, superior to is the Jivatma. This Jivatma is romancing with matter, Arjuna. The Jivatma has to romance with me, problem solved. That's all, problem solved. He is struggling with the mind. And Krishna in the 7th chapter talks about 4 kinds of people who come to him, 4 kinds of people who do not come to him. Jignasur artharthi jnani cha bharatarshabha. Artho artharthi jignasu jnani cha bharatarshabha. 4 kinds of people who surrender, 4 kinds of people who do not come to him. And in the 8th chapter, Krishna is talking about how to understand the art of dying. You would have heard art of living, but 8th chapter is about art of dying. How to leave this body. How to meditate on the Lord before you leave this body. There are 2 margams. One is called the path of Archis, another is called path of darkness. Archiradi margam, Dhumadi margam. If you go through the path of Archis, you will not come back to this material world. If you go through the path of Dhuma, you'll come back to this material world. How to go to this path of arches? Where is the GPS? Tell me the route. I'll enter into Google Maps and I'll go. Let me go to this path of arches back to Vaikunta. Krishna said it is very difficult for you to go yourself. You must be a great Ashtanga yogi like Bhishma, because Bhishma knows how to exactly pass when the Uttarayana came. Bhishma was waiting until the Uttarayana came. And then he left the body. So if you leave the body at that time, then you'll go. But if you leave this point, again come back. And Krishna says, don't worry. If you are my devotee, whether you go in Uttarayanam or Dakshinayanam, I'll personally take charge of you. Doesn't matter. If you have given your life to me, Sarva dharman parityajya, Krishna mentioned towards the end. So Varaha Puranam also, Varaha Dev is telling, if you remember me during the time you are living, I will remember you at the time of death. Don't worry about remembering me, because Krishna is telling very beautifully sometimes something in the 8th chapter, very important for all of us. You can repeat after me. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajantyante kalevaram tam tam yeva iti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Whatever you remember at the time of death, you will become that in the next life. Right? Yam yam vapi. I like my dog very much. And while I like my dog, I left the body. Next life, what will I become? Dog. Smaran bhavam. There was a person, he loved a deer so much, this Bharat Maharaja. He became a deer in the next life. There was a Puranjana. He loved his wife so much. When he left this body, whom did he think about? Wife. What did he become? Next life, he became a woman. He was called Puranjani in the next life. Right? So whatever you think of, you're very attached to Auburn Hills, Beacon Hills apartment. You'll again be born in Beacon Hills. Whatever you're attached to, you will be born in the next life. So you be very careful where you put your attachment. Okay? That is what you're going to be born in the next life. No one is controlling. God doesn't control what you are born in the next life. Who controls? You only control. You control. Krishna facilitates. You control what you desire, and Krishna provides. Durga Devi provides. Krishna provides to Durga Devi. Durga Devi is the outsourcer. She's the supplier for the material body. So Krishna is the OEM. So he sources it from the supplier. So Durga Devi supplies material bodies. What component do you want? What karma does he have? He has only this karma. Supply this only. Low grade material. Right? Don't give him high grade. He has low material desire. Supply him the body of a pig. Hey, high class material desire. Give him birth in the family of Gopala Krishna Prabhu. Right? So he will be coming to Auburn Hills, Bhakti Vriksha. Right? In this way, whatever. Born in the form of all these devotees who are born, they are born in good material, spiritual desire they had. That's why they are born in your families. They are not ordinary children. Prabhupada said they are all Vaikunta children. Right? So don't underestimate your children. They must have been great yogis, devotees in their past life. Right? So you can think, oh, this is my child, this is my son, I only know his antics. Right? But there is something latent in him, you or her, So the point is, whatever we think of ourselves, whatever we think, that we tam yeva iti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Bhav bhavitaha. Yatha bhavam tatha phalam. And Krishna says, so what does it mean? Tasma, very important point, very important shloka. This 8th chapter, middle of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says something very important. Can you repeat after me? Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Sarveshu kaleshu. Mam anusmara. What is Krishna saying? Remember me. Mam anusmara. Go to the forest, yudhyacha. Fight. So Krishna is saying two things. What is Krishna saying? Mam anusmara, yudhyacha. Remember me, one. But do your duty also. Remember me and do your duty. Two things Krishna says in the 8th chapter. So, from 1st to 8th chapter, again from beginning to end, fully Krishna conscious. Mam anusmara, 8th chapter. 7th chapter, surrender to me. Namam dushkritano mudaha prapadyante naradamaha maya bhagrita jnana asuram bhavam ashritaha. I think I had to kind of condense only the next 4 chapters. We can discuss the next 6 chapters maybe next week, because it's a little getting along. Tomorrow we will also be reading the 128 shlokas. Tomorrow morning we are planning to read the 128 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, translation and shloka and translation. Right? So whoever is coming will get a chance to read. Okay, to read these shlokas. So you are welcome to join. But I'll try to cover next 4 chapters and I'll leave the last 6 chapters for next week. So Krishna is telling, Ma manusmara yudhyacha. You do your duty, but you remember me. So what is the common theme from 1st to 8th chapter? Remember me. Keep me as your focus. Krishna is saying this in different ways. Same medicine. Sometimes you take, through your mouth. Sometimes you intravenous, medicine, right? Sometimes you take tonic. But medicine is the same. So Krishna is saying from Sankhya Yoga, you are not the body, you are the soul. So you remember me. 2nd chapter. Krishna is saying, I am the Yajna Purusha. So remember me. Offer everything to me. 4th chapter, I am the object of all jnanis. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan nam prapadyante. Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. If you are a jnana, the goal of jnana is to understand me. After a person understands everything about me, he surrenders to me. So if you are a jnani, you will surrender to me. Krishna is saying the 4th chapter. 5th chapter, he says you perform karma yoga. And if you are performing karma yoga, Krishna is saying the peace formula. Understand me to be the enjoyer. You are suffering because you think you are the enjoyer. So Krishna in the 5th chapter is telling, I am the enjoyer, proprietor, and the best friend of all. So if you understand Krishna is your best friend. So imagine, you want to go to a job in Google. But Sundar Pichai is your buddy. Will you be tense going to the interview? He's your buddy. You can say anything, Sundar Pichai, get me that job. You'll say that, right? So imagine the whole person who's managing this whole universe is your friend. He's your friend. He's saying he's your friend. You might say, he's not my friend. But what is Krishna saying? He's your friend. Do you have a problem? No. But what is my problem? I'm not connected to that friend. I'm not dialing that number. I have in my contact list, but I'm not texting him. Am I a fool or not? That is our foolishness. The whole sea of the entire universe saying, I am your Suhrit. Don't worry, I will take care of you. I will take charge of you, don't worry. Whatever your past, don't worry. I will take charge of you. Krishna saying, but I say I won't text him. Like, what is this, foolishness? Right? I am the bhokta, but no. If I text you, then I can't be the enjoyer. You'll ask me to change this, change that, like I told, reduce this, reduce that, follow Dharma. You'll say so many things. Right? I want to cheat in life. But even if you want to cheat with remembering me. Gradually your tendency to cheat will go away. Prabhupada, someone told Prabhupada, I want to drink all the time. I cannot give up drinking. Prabhupada said, drink and remember Krishna and drink. That's all. Doesn't matter. I want to drink always. Doesn't matter, you drink. You drink alcohol, but think of Krishna and drink. What will happen if you do that? You will be forgetting the drinking eventually. Automatically it will happen. This is called Aropa Siddha Bhakti. Aropa Siddha Bhakti. Aropa Siddha Bhakti means something that is adharma. But because Krishna's potency is so much, he can overpower anything. You simply focus on Krishna. Somehow, yena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshayat. Krishna is like, he can overpower. He's like it is like a power washer. Sometimes when you enter into a new house, this whole pathway would not have been cleaned for many years. Some old lady, when I moved into my house, an old lady lived, so it never cleaned the pavement for long. So I ordered a power washer person to come, and it's such a high force. Everything, it became like new again, because there was so much force. Everything went out. So Krishna consciousness is like power washer, right? Remembering Krishna is like power wash. Completely, gets the heck out of everything. Whatever dirt is there, it gets out everything. Krishna is so powerful. Krishna is so magnanimous, powerful. You see, don't underestimate Krishna. So from beginning to 8th chapter, fully Krishna consciousness. And 9th chapter, Krishna talks about Bhakti Yoga. Right, Bhakti Yoga. So Krishna is saying again, towards the end of 9th chapter, Manmana Bhava, Mad Bhaktaha, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru. And Krishna is saying, this thing is the Raja Vidya, this is the Raja Guhyam. So 9th chapter is called Raja Vidya. What is it called? Raja Vidya. This is called Raja Yogam. This is the Raja Guhyam. Raja Vidya, Raja Yogam. Guhyam Uttamam. This is the supreme secret. You ask me, what is the supreme secret, Arjuna? Please tell me. I will tell you, but you will not follow. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitram Idam Uttamam. This is the supreme secret. What is the supreme secret? You can repeat after me. Manmana Bhava, Mad Bhaktaha, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru, Mam Evaishyasi, Yuktva Atmanam Mat Parayanaha. Krishna is telling very simple. This is the Raja Guhyam. 4 things you do. Man Manabhava, remember me. Mad Bhaktaha, become my devotee. Mad Yaji, offer everything to me. Mam Namaskuru, offer obeisances. This is 4 things is the supreme secret of Vedanta. Krishna is telling towards the end of 9th chapter. I'm not making anything up. I'm quoting the shlokas. You should not think I'm making it up because I'm a Hare Krishna wala or something. Right? So 9.34. I'm quoting shlokas as I go. Right? This is Pramanikam. Right? Pramanikam. So Maya tatamidam sarvam jagatavyakta murtina matsthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha. So Krishna is saying everything is pervaded by me in impersonal form. What more? Everything I'm only pervading. So Krishna is saying you simply remember me. This is bhakti. And Arjuna is asking, how do I remember you? Keshu keshu cha bhaveshu. How will I remember you? I'm not able to remember you. I'm not attracted to your personal form. Of course, Arjuna is attracted, but he's asking for us. So Arjuna is asking, how can I remember you? How can I remember you? So Arjuna is telling a way where you can remember Krishna while being in the world. Through the world, you can remember Krishna. Krishna is telling, you remember me as the taste of water. You remember me as the buddhimatam asmi. You remember, when you see someone intelligent, you understand this is the intelligence of Krishna. When you see someone very artistic, you understand this is the artistic of Krishna. When you see the light of the sun, Shashi Surya Yoho, Prabhasmi Shashi Surya Yoho, Pranavas Sarva Vedeshu, Shabdam Ke Paurusham Drishu. So whatever we are exposed to in this world, you can see it as a manifestation of Krishna. Prabhupada told a very simple way to meditate on the Lord. Prabhupada said, do you drink water every day? Yes. So Krishna is saying, whatever water you are tasting, the taste of water is me. You remember like that, very easy way to meditate. Very easy way to meditate. So many types of meditation are taught in Bhagavad Gita. But whom to meditate on is common. Whom to meditate on? Krishna. Very unanimous. Very unanimous. And we told Krishna, Krishna, I don't have buddhi to think about all this. Krishna says, don't worry, I will also give you the buddhi. Right? Bhaktivinoda Maharaj, my Shiksha Guru, says, usually in colleges they will admit you only if you have good intelligence. But Krishna says, I will admit you even if you have low intelligence, I will give you buddhi also. Right? Because if you are very high performer, they will admit you. Correct? Interview, what will they do? They will go through 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds, then will admit you. But Krishna says, don't worry, you want to come to me, I'll give you intelligence also. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purakam. You simply show priti to me. Buddhi I will take care. Because without buddhi you cannot come to me. Don't think a devotee is a fool. Ye Krishna bhaje se bada chatur. Anyone who's a devotee is a great chaturyam, very intelligent person. But that buddhi I don't have. I don't know Atma, I don't know Deham, I don't know this, everything. Don't worry, I'll give you everything. You simply depend on me. This is the Chatur Shloki Bhagavad Gita, 4 shlokas. Am sarvasya prabhu, matta sarvam pravartate, iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhavas samanvitaha, tesham satayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam, tadami buddhiyogam tam yenamam upayantite, tesham eva anunkampartam aham ajnanajam tama nashayami bhavastam, atma, tesham ashayam, tesham eva anukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atma bhavastam jnana deepena bhasvata. Krishna says, beautiful example, Ramanujacharya is telling, like how a cow will bathe its calf by licking itself. Correct or not? How will the cow clean the calf? It will lick itself and then clean the calf completely. Similarly saying, Tesham eva anukampartam aham ajnanajam tama. I will personally touch you and deliver you. Aham ajnanajam tama nashayami atma bhavastam jnana deepena bhasvata. Jnana deepam. I will show you jnana deepam. I will be the lamp in your heart and tell, hey, don't do this. This will land you in trouble. Don't do this. Don't do this. Who will come? Krishna will come personally to your heart and show you that lamp. Jnana deepam, he will come. Jnana deepena bhasvata. Tesham eva anukampartam. Out of ecstasy. Anukampa means ecstasy. So Krishna, out of ecstatic love for his devotee, what does he do? He will show Jnana deepena bhasvata. I want him to come to me. I want him to come to me. I don't want him to lose. I don't want to lose him to sense enjoyment. So Krishna wants to conquer me, like a male wants to conquer the female. Somehow she should not run away from me. A male is very possessive, right, about his girl. Similarly, Krishna is very possessive about his devotee. Tesham eva anukampartham. Anukampartham, out of great ecstasy. Aham, I will personally touch you and deliver you. Nashayami atma bhavastam jnana deepena bhasvada. These 4 shlokas, right, are called Chatur Shloki Bhagavad Gita, beginning from Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, Matta Sarvam Pravartate. And Krishna mentions the 10th chapter, how to see Krishna in the whole world. 11th chapter is Vishwarupa Darshanam. Krishna is showing the whole cosmic manifestation as his own form. And 12th chapter is about Bhakti Yoga, because Arjuna is telling towards the Vishwarupam that this Rupam can be understood only by Bhakti. What is that Bhakti? Is 12th chapter Krishna is telling. We'll start from Bhakti Yoga. 12 to 18th chapter we'll see next week. It's already very late. So again, beginning from first chapter, 11th chapter. 11th chapter concludes by Bhaktya. You can repeat after me. Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakya aham evam vidhorjuna ज्ञातुम द्रष्टुम च तत्वेन प्रवेष्टुम च परंतप. Krishna says, Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakya ham evam vidorsana. Only by bhakti can I be known. No other way you can know me. Ananyaya shakya ham evam vidorsana. So, beginning to end, 11 chapters we have seen, Krishna is flooding himself and is focusing on remembering him through different ways, through Jnanam, Ashtanga Yogam, Sankyam, Buddhi Yogam, Yajnam, whatever. Somehow you have to touch Krishna. If you touch Krishna through your yogam, you are successful. Okay, so we'll stop here. Any questions or comments are welcome. I wanted to share a pastime, a story. Tomorrow I'll share a story about a person called Gita Panda. A morning program. The Gita Panda is someone who reads in Bhagavad Gita in Jagannath Puri. Right. So very nice pastime. Krishna personally comes. Right. So it's about the Ananya Chintayanto verse. Very nice verse. So his wife says, Krishna will not come. This verse is not true. I don't believe Krishna. And how Krishna comes personally. Right. It helps. Very nice. Very similar to Narsi Mehta's story that Amarinder Prabhu was sharing. But very nice. Gita Panda. Many stories are there about Bhagavad Gita. Right. How different Bhagavad Gita reciprocated with different devotees. Very nice. So we'll see some stories tomorrow morning program. Okay. Any questions or comments? Any questions or comments on Bhagavad Gita? Any realizations? Any parts you like? I know many devotees read.
One-liner for each chapter actually, so I missed to capture some. Start with one first one.
Okay. I wrote this back in 2016. Okay. 18 chapters, 18 things. So I'll share it. You can go over it if you want. I'll share it in the group maybe. Okay, one-liner. Because someone shared a very horrible summary of the Gita. So I felt very bad and then I shared that. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Uh-huh.